Hey there friends, welcome to another video. Today we are going to be walking through my 9-month-old's evening routine. This is something that really does look different from day to day, but I try to have some consistency, at least as much as possible, just because having that routine in place is really going to help the evenings go so much more smoothly and just help the next day to go that much better if I know that she has a good schedule that she's following in the evening. For children, it really is important to have that consistency in place. That doesn't mean it looks the same every day. In fact, I'm pretty sure that it's impossible for the routine to look the same every day when you have children. But when you have a routine in place, it really helps children to know what to expect, and it will help you as a parent to just be prepared for the evening, be prepared for the next day, and that way it will be easier to work with when you have stuff that comes up throughout the evening, throughout the day. You're going to be able to be more flexible because you have that schedule that is grounding you for whatever comes your way. There is no doubt that the evening times do tend to be a challenge. There's usually a lot going on. By the end of the day, the kiddos are often getting a little bit more crabby, and I'm usually trying to fix dinner and get them ready for bed and pick up the house a little bit. My husband does not usually get home until after dinner, so I'm on my own when it comes to getting the kiddos ready for bed. It really has been a lifesaver to have two kids who enjoy playing with each other right now. They entertain each other so much, and it's really a lot of fun to see their friendship develop. So I try to get them outside as much as possible. Malachi can play outside by himself. Violet obviously still needs a lot of supervision. But since we are in the middle of summer, I really like to get them out in the evening when the sun is starting to go down and it's just a little bit cooler than it was in the middle of the day. While I'm fixing dinner, they're often playing in one of the bedrooms or in the living room where I can keep an eye on them. But more often than not, Violet makes her way into the kitchen and decides that while I'm fixing dinner is the time where she is most desperate for my attention. I have recently switched Violet from 3 naps to 2. So I feel like we're still a little bit in that transition period. It's been going on for long enough now that we've started to get more of a schedule down and more consistency, I guess you could say, as far as when she goes down. But sometimes there is still that awkward time where she didn't nap quite long enough for that second nap, and she ends up having to go to bed a lot earlier. So some nights she eats in the high chair with us, and other times I have to get her fed before we are ready to eat just yet. After she eats in the high chair, I will soon after nurse her for her last feeding of the day, and then I will get her pajamas on and just get her ready for bed. Then I will read her a story, and after that we close her curtains and blinds and just make it as dark as possible in there for her, and then I will pray for her and sing at least one song to her while I hold her and just rock her a little bit, and then I will set her in her crib and say goodnight. This evening routine is something that I've tried to keep up with since Violet was a little tiny baby, and I realize now just how much that has helped her settle down for the night, because all it takes is for me to start darkening the room and running her white noise, and she immediately kind of snuggles up into my chest and starts to wind down. She'll start rubbing her eyes and yawning and acting very tired, just because her body knows that this means it's time for sleep. Walking through these steps each night give my daughter the ability and opportunity to wind down for bed. God made human beings creatures of habit, and when I'm able to embrace that routine, it produces an environment that is peaceful, and it leads to a smoother transition into bedtime. I'm so glad you were able to tag along for our evening, and let me know in the comments what are some routines that you utilize that really help your day go smoother. I always enjoy chatting with you all, and I will look forward to catching you in the next video. Bye.